Well, hey there, everybody. This is Arlissa here, Educator to Trader, to talk to you about what we are expecting to happen this week. What is happening this week, March the 5th through the 11th. So, Monday, March the 6th, we're looking at factory orders month over month. This is a yellow folder, 10 o'clock in the morning. On Tuesday, though, we have Fed Chair Powell testifying first thing in the morning at 10 o'clock. This is right after the market opens. And basically, he's going to talk about, or supposed to talk about, the way forward as it pertains to the basis points and all of the movement to help our economy. So you see that as a red folder. After that, or at the same time, really, final wholesale inventories month over month is a yellow folder. Then we have the IBD and TIPP economic optimism. Basically, this is where you have about 1,200 people are asked about economic outlook, their personal financial outlook, and the confidence in the federal economic policies to see what they think. I'm always curious as to where they find the 1,200 people to ask, and do they ask 1,200 different people or the same 1,200 people? So anyway, the IBD TIPP stands for Investors Business Daily and the Technometrica Institute of Policy and Politics. That happens on Tuesday, tentatively on Tuesday. At 3 o'clock on Tuesday, we have consumer credit month over month. It says it's a yellow folder, but I'm sure that what people are spending or where they're putting their credit on is of import. On Wednesday, 8:15, we have a red folder, ADP non-farm employment change. That's before the market opens. 8:30 trade balance, again before the market opens. 10 o'clock, though, we have the Fed Chair Powell coming back again to testify. This is Tuesday and Wednesday he's doing this. At the same time, the JOLTS job openings are going to be released. 10:30 crude oil inventories. This shows as a yellow folder, but we have seen that it does have a bit more of an impact than a yellow folder. It's really more like medium volatility. At 1 o'clock, we have the 10-year bond auction, which is an orange folder. At 2 o'clock, you have the beige book. Interesting. I think the beige book probably should be more than a yellow folder as well, seeing that it says here this analysis is used by the FOMC to help make their next decision on interest rates. However, it tends to produce a mild impact as FOMC also receives two non-public books, the Green Book and the Blue Book, which are widely believed to be more influential. So, Beige Book comes out 2 o'clock. They say low volatility because there's two other books that are also private books that you get to see and that come out we don't get to see, and those maybe have more impact. On Thursday, we've got Challenger job cuts year over year, which is a yellow folder. Unemployment claims, 8:30, orange folder. That's before the market opens. At 10 o'clock, FOMC member Barr comes to speak, and it says that it's a yellow folder. Maybe after Powell has testified the previous 2 days, then Barr maybe won't move the market as much as he is anticipated to do. 10:30 natural gas storage. 1 o'clock 30-year bond auction, which again that usually isn't a yellow, it's maybe orange. Friday morning, we have, before the market opens, average hourly earnings month over month, non-farm employment change, and unemployment rate. Those are all red folders, but they're all before the market opens. And then at 2 o'clock, you have the federal budget balance. All right, that is what we see on the forex factory. So let's look at who has earnings this week. Starting before market on Monday, we have Sienna, Azul, Biodesics, Lordstown, LB Foster, Science 37, Passage Bio, Seco, and Quanterix. After market today, we've got Trip.com and Cara and BBVA, Dave, WW. I don't think that's Weight Watchers. Maybe that's a different WW. That's usually not the symbol that they use. Tuesday before the market opens, we've got C and Dix and Autolus, Ranger, Dole is showing up on there. First Watch. First Watch is a breakfast place. I didn't know they had stocks. After the close, CrowdStrike, which is one that's highly anticipated. CarParts.com, Stitch Fix, Maxion, Regal. Campbell Soup is on Wednesday before the market opens. ABM Cirrus. These are a lot of names I don't recognize. After close, we've got MongoDB, Earthstone, Asana. That's one I do recognize. Mirum, Spire. Thursday morning, JD.com, BJ's. Yep, I know BJ's. PaySafe. PaySafe, I believe, is a payroll people. Toro is there. After the market closes on Thursdays, Ulta, DocuSign, Gap, Oracle. Those are names I recognize. Wheaton, and I think that's O-Ring. Friday morning before the market opens, it says Target Hospitality. So that doesn't look like it's the Target stores. It's more Target Hospitality. Buckle is there. AirSculpt, Century Casings, and Genius Sports. So thinking about what things are highlighted or heavy hitters, I know that CrowdStrike is one that's being anticipated. Campbell Soup, I guess, would matter. JD.com, PaySafe, Toro, DocuSign. Don't know if many of these are like market movers per se. They all do seem to be small. But this is who's having earnings this week. Alrighty, let's look at some charts for this week. I'm going to start with the weekly chart for SPX just to give us a bit of an indication of what the market may do this week. Looks like on last week we had a green week. We closed at about 40, looks like 40.46. We closed, so we closed right up at the top of this, or at the bottom, sorry, of this gap. This is a weekly gap that runs from about 40.53 to 40.77, and we closed just below that gap. So if we're looking at supports for this weekly chart, below where we were would be the bottom of this candle for last week. Basically, it right here on this 20 period moving average would really be, we really have bounced into this zone and then came back out of it last week. So I would say if we were looking at supports, we're looking here at the 39.47 area, really going down as far as 38.88. That would give you a zone there. And if you're looking for resistance above us, which would be here, I would say we're looking at probably starting at this gap would be the better place, but 40.77 and going up as high as 41.89. That could be our resistance based on the weekly chart. So let's change over to the daily chart and see what we are looking at on the daily chart. Okay, so Friday, again, we closed. I probably need to move this now because I can see on the week that it's a little closer. Get a little closer. 40.45 is where we closed on Friday of last week. So we now have below us for in the support area, there is a gap from Friday's open. Thursday's close and Friday's open created a little small gap here. I look at gaps. I look at body to body. I don't include the wicks. I've heard that wicks are like noise, so I don't incorporate the wicks when I'm looking at gaps. So there is a support gap really after Friday open, 39.79 up to 39.97 is a gap in here. Support would take us down to about 39.38, which I had us at 39.47. So let me move that down just a taste, showing that this is a support here, 39.38, and that zone really is shorter. 39.22 is probably where it should be, but we can put another line there. That way we know this is a zone here. It goes down to about 39.27. Bigger zone for the weekly would have taken it down to 38.88. Looking at resistance, there are a few gaps. Again, this came up right into the gap, which there's one starting at 40.55, going up to 40.77. There's another one just above that. So there's like a gap on top of a gap here, 40.89. Gaps do operate as resistance or support depending on where they're located. So on the daily chart, I would say that resistance starts about 40.45, which is basically where we are, a little bit above this, maybe 40.55, and goes up to about 40.89. All right, so that's what we're looking at. Let's see, we've got some I was going to look at like a trend line. See if I can find us a trend line to see that we are really starting down here. We were low on the daily chart, as low as 37.82, and then we came up here to the 39.43. So there's a trend going right in here. Oh, let me see. I can grab me a line right here. There we go. I didn't want to start it up there. There we go. Let's start it down here at our low point and then go up to our high point up here. Okay, not sure why it's doing all of that. Let me take us back to my pen. Get my pen back. Grab hold to my trend line. There we go. And bring it down to here. This is the trend line we're looking at. On the bottom side, starting at, like I said, just below 3,800, and we touch here at 39.27. But we also have, if we're looking at another trend line, we're looking from the high, which was up here at 41.89. Nope, not the one I wanted. I wanted a trend line. There we go. Starting up here and going down to where we stopped on Friday. Looks like we're narrowing off this little flagpole. And it'll want to bust out of that. Perhaps it'll bust out of it today. Today's Monday, March the 6th, and we'll see how the price action plays out. Alrighty, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. That way you can always see videos when I post them. Again, this is Arlissa, Educator2Trader, and I am one who helps people who look at selling options strategies. All right, I'll see you in the videos.